Hi, I'm James Chau. My call is not to any one government, but to all government, all negotiators as well, who will be in Paris for COP21, that they really make use of this opportunity. My call also is to civil society, who will be there on the sidelines, but who very much are a core of the discussion, also the decision making. And I think probably the most important of all, as we're here at One Young World, my call has to be on today's youth. You are today's generation, you're not just the future generation. If you don't speak up, if you don't agitate, if you don't demand, no action will be produced as a result of that. You know, when I think of Copenhagen, Cancun, I also went to Durban and I also went to Doha. Many people came away disappointed. The negotiations stretched on 1 or 2 days after they were due to end, but nothing really ever happened. Let's not be a disappointment in Paris. This really is an opportunity to produce a fair and binding agreement to reduce greenhouse gas emissions that everybody is calling for. But apart from the words fair and binding, I'd also add the words useful, responsible, and meaningful. Really take that, focus on those words, and really go forward on that. I would also just say that so many of us talk about this juncture, this cross point, this tipping point. I always think of it as standing on the edge of a cliff, and not just standing there, but now tilting more and more towards falling off. Those are the effects of climate change, and I think this is probably our last opportunity to ensure that once we do get past Paris, we don't go back, we don't make those effects permanent, that we try to reverse from where we've come to before. Lastly, I would just say this, that when we think of Paris, we don't think just of the host city of COP21. We think so much of what happened in November, the terror attacks, all the young people, all the people who had a whole life ahead of them to live. If we can be reminded of the fragility of life, if the government leaders, the government negotiators can be reminded of that, perhaps they'll use that as inspiration, but also as fuel, so that we act in a way after Paris and at Paris in a way that history has never done before. Thank you.